careful.
He uses wooden stakes to push up the fence.
위에서는 이제 전기가 조금씩
I could still hear the electric flow in the fence.
또 몇 미터 앞에서는 접지병
The pole a couple of meters in front of me sounded like it was crying out, almost as if it was going to burst soon, at any moment.
일이었습니다.
On the other side, he motions for his friend to join him.
부하 자체는 이제 굉장히 많이 떨고 있었습니다.
My junior was very nervous and frightened because he had no previous experience with electric fences.
At first, everything looks okay. But halfway through, disaster. Full power returns to the fence. Ju can only watch.
그리고 제가 직접 이제 데리고 오던 부하가
Seeing someone who set out with you die in front of your eyes is just a horrible thing.
거죠. 내가 이제
It felt like my own body was breaking down.
아직까지도 이제
That memory follows me around like a nightmare.
장면입니다.
But Ju continued onward. Step by step, he picked his way across one of the largest minefields on the planet. Finally, he crossed into South Korea and surrendered at a guard post.
저 같은 경우에는 그
For me, I had a privileged life in that society, but I don't yearn for it anymore.
전혀 지금 돌아가고
There's one core value that is missing there, which I think is freedom.
한마디로 이제 북한이라는 사회.
I can say that I don't miss the North because it doesn't have freedom.
But there was a huge cost to be paid. When asked what happened to his family as a result of his leaving North Korea, he replied ominously,
그거는 피하고 싶어.
I'd rather not talk about it.
It's our final evening in North Korea, and Dr. Ruet works late into the night to reach his goal of operating on 1,000 patients. He believes in humanitarian engagement with all of the countries of the world, whatever their politics.
The North Korean people have two eyes like you and me. They have a mouth and they have teeth, you know. And it's for the world in general to understand that in North Korea we have a lot of people who need our love.
If all goes well, tomorrow the patients will have their vision restored. But how they actually see the world may be different from what we expect. At the hospital, the cataract patients are waiting for Dr. Ruet to remove their bandages. He's achieved his goal of operating on more than 1,000 patients. But they still don't know if they'll be able to see. Most have been blind for years. Some in one eye, others in both. Dr. Ruet is optimistic.
We did a little more than 1,000 surgeries, and all with very good results, no infections. On that aspect, I feel okay. But
if everything goes well, as soon as the bandages are removed, people will be able to see immediately. The minder gives us one last warning to shoot only the full image of the dear leader. The moment of truth comes first for a 23-year-old woman. She's come with her father and has been completely blind for years.
Ask her to open her eyes.
자, 눈 들어요.
Yeah?
눈 들어요. 보여요?
Can she touch my nose?
코 다치다 네 손으로.
Where is your? Ask her where is her father.
아버지 어디 있나 여기?
여기 있습니다.
승리야, 내 보이느냐?
네, 잘 보인다.
잘 보이니?
네.
위대한 장군님의 덕분이구나. 우리 장군님께 큰 썰을 드려한다. 우리 장군님 정말 고맙습니다.
이 자리에서 아버지 장모님께 감사 인사를 드리고 싶습니다.
위대한 연구자 김정일 원수님 정말 고맙습니다.
Next is a 35-year-old woman who is blind in both eyes.
Hope we can make her see a little better so that she can get married. Ask her to open her eyes, please.
지원 소위를 더 많이 해서 소금을 많이 내어 장모님께 기쁨을 드리겠습니다. 정말 고맙습니다.
Now we spot the grandmother we had visited at home. She's been waiting for years to see the dear leader.
Yeah.
And she's not disappointed.
정말 고맙습니다. 정말 고맙습니다.
Each time a patient regained their sight, we were amazed to see them direct their gratefulness toward the dear leader.
부디 건강하십시오. 이렇게 늙은이 어린이 아픔이 안아주시니 얼마나 고맙습니까?
Despite the hardships, he receives credit for everything that happens here. As I watched hundreds of people do and say virtually the same thing over and over and over again, I wondered which people had genuine faith and which were acting out of fear.
제가 다 하지 못한 충성과 활성을 우리 아들딸이 다 하도록 하며 우리 장군님을 천세만세 받들어 모시겠다는 것을 굳게 교리합니다.
And finally, it hit me. Here, after generations of absolute rule and complete indoctrination, there may not be a difference between true belief and true fear.
이제 원수들을 이 땅에서 완전히 소멸할 때까지 선에서 총을 결단이 들어지고 이제 침략자들을 철저히 소멸할 것입니다.
North Korea is a place ruled by an absolute dictator who now possesses nuclear weapons. It's no longer possible to regard the country as an isolated anomaly. What happens here in the Hermit Kingdom can directly touch everyone in the world.
새 광명을 주신 위대한 장군님께 저는 테러리오 온 가족들과 함께 충성을 다하겠습니다. 위대한 영도자 김정일 당지 만세! 만세!